part about this, right? If he loses a spot to Brown, that's not going to change too much of the points for him. He's still going to leave here very, very comfortable in the points with the problems to Jared earlier, right?
Yes.
So he wants to fight with Brown and maybe get on the podium, but you got to think about the overall season too. Don't do anything stupid and end up in a barrier.
For sure, but I honestly, with Barry staring down his another podium finish for himself, he's gotten one before at Detroit the year before. He's not thinking about any championship. He's thinking, I got 3 I could throw away, right?
Yeah.
Is what he's probably thinking, and so I think he's going to fight tooth and nail to keep that podium. I really. Of course, like in a championship mindset, what you're saying is absolutely correct. I just don't think Barry's in that mindset right now. I think he's in, I want this podium mindset.
I'll tell you what, the drive of the day might be Sam Corey, who has gone from top 5 all the way, where was he, 21st?
Again, these two out there in the boonies, they're almost in horse heads.
Yeah, they really are. And look at the speed through the S's there, over 125 miles an hour, screaming up through those S's. But I was talking about Corey went all the way down to 21st, and now he's all the way up to 5th. That's a drive.
That's a heck of a drive, and he's again, that kid is special too. He's one of those too. Like, he's not only showing speed on track and winning races, but we just saw him off track, right? We saw him with a microphone in his hands and how he conducts himself. You wouldn't think he's still a teenager, the way that he's handling himself, the way that he handles himself around the paddock. With a lot of crafty veterans, he's right there mixing in conversation. And again, this is not his background. His background's open wheel, and he's coming into these big, heavy cars. And again, another one that's putting in the work. He's at the shop every day. He lives in Cornelius, so he's just down the road from where Nitro Motorsports is at. He's at the shop every day, working with the group and the guys and gals there at Nitro Motorsports, learning as much as he can, and figuring these big, heavy cars out, because he's like I said, he's already a winner. He's way ahead of schedule from where I would even place him, knowing his background and where he's at and coming from and how competitive this great series is.
Carson Brown's got to get going too, because Sam Corey's closing, and he's dragging Adrian Vostovsky with him.
Exactly right. No, it's like this is all being backed up to them right here. This is, as far as racetracks go, this is not the easiest place to cut and dry and get a good pass down. But I'm going to say that right now, Carson Brown's got a good run coming into turn 1.
Looking outside. Could be a crossover back inside on him. No. He's going to stay on the outside, take that lane away, pinches him down basically.
Way out there.
And that's going to be the move that makes it work for Carson Brown as he takes the position away, puts himself up into 3rd as they fly up through the S's. And here comes Sam Corey right behind him to take his shot at Barry Bowes next.
Carson Brown, how do you do? Wow. I mean, Barry was doing what he needed to do as far as kind of shutting down the inside, not looking like he was blocking, just kind of taking away that inside. And he railed the outside on him. Said, I got this. I'm going to rail that outside. I'm going to use up all that road, and I'm going to make this happen. And Carson Brown opening up a gap, too, right away. So it shows you where that speed was. Sam Corey down into the laces of the boot. His favorite spot to pass.
And he got it
right there and got him.
That puts him up to 4th now.
And
Barry gets into him.
And that is
that's frustration on Barry's part of losing 2 spots, you think?
And off of that podium, and that goes back to what you're saying. What a risk right there, because now race control's involved.
Well, not only that, but he could get a tire rub out of that too.
Yeah, you got Tim Richter involved now in race control. So I see a penalty coming Barry's way. That was a very low percentage move. He had very little of his car up to the inside of him there, and he pushed off, Sam Corey. Sam's had one heck of a day, hasn't he? Now he's got to try and climb back through this field with a limited amount of laps left, with 6 laps left. But if I were Barry Bowes, I'd be hoping that I don't see Sam Corey in my mirror the rest of this race.
What a shame.
Yeah, I hate it for the youngster. He had drove, like you had just said, Ralph. You had just said what a great job he had done coming through the field. Makes this brilliant pass on Barry. And when it comes down to it, wasn't really for any kind of valuable position. It wasn't a podium spot. I think he nailed it on the head with frustration. He was losing spots.
Here's a look at it.
Back in, and he makes a very late move on a very late breaker in Sam Corey here. And that was you know, I'm sure he's sitting there kicking himself, you know, after the fact, like, why did I do that? You know, that was not a necessary move. But you know, Sam's back on track here, and again, he did no damage, but boy, he's had to come back from a couple of hardships and hard battles.
Tristan McKee getting his first win at just a tick over 14 years of age a couple of weeks ago at Mid-Ohio. Gets his first pole in, just 10 races in his career in the Q3 Architecture TA2 Series. Gets his first pole here today, and now going for win number 2 here this afternoon. He's only got 10 more minutes to go to hang on to the front of the field.
And he has dropped the hammer. He has absolutely dropped the hammer on this last restart. And
look at the lap times, down to a 1:51.748.
Yeah, he's walked away from it. His last lap was a full second faster than Tyler Casera.
Pole was a minute 49 or something like that, wasn't it?
Exactly right. It was a 49 flat by Tristan McKee, which I find to just be absolutely amazing for a Q3 Architecture TA2 Series car around this place. But Barry's cars come back to life here as he's trying to chase down Carson Brown, but he's got a number 3 of Adrian Vlastowski right behind him, the New York boy, doing his duty. Adrian's had pace all weekend long. Love racing with Adrian. He's one of those you can certainly trust. He's not going to do anything crazy on you. Great side-by-side racing with him over the years.
Sam Corey only dropped down to 8th. Behind Vostowski, he's got DaCosta, Buffamante, and then him. He's right in this line as you look back up the front straightaway. So he might get a shot to get back up here and gain a spot or 2 back.
Oh, I think so. And again, you know, shout out to, and I don't think we mentioned him all race long, but Julian DaCosta has just kept his nose clean.
Yep.
Through a very, you know, eventful race, and he's pushing there in P6 right in front of Jean Buffamante, who had that one off, but is no worse for wear there. But he's got his troubles behind him with Sam Corey, with some speed behind him, as Barry Bowes has some troubles working behind him. That Adrian Vlastowski's got some speed at the end of this race, and he wants around this 27 car.
Yeah, DaCosta right behind Vostowski. You just see him there come through the frame. Julian out of Mayaca City, Florida, the Nitro Motorsports Toyota Camry.
Beautiful livery, right? We've been bragging about that livery. And now he's got the driving suit to match everything. He looks like Ivan Ironman Stewart out there.
Very simple and very clean. Vostowski in the white and red number 3.
And the 27 being very defensive. You know, and we were told in the drivers' meetings that you will get a warning on that, but after that warning, it's game on. So you know, it's one thing being defensive, it's one thing blocking. So you need to be defensive. You have to make the move before.
Adrian inside.
Adrian's looking.
No, just can't get there.
No.
On board with Adrian now, as you look for a way around Barry Bowes just in front of you.
Yeah, he's got the CMI Ford Mustangs working well. This race team does a great job.
Bowes gets a good drive off the corners, doesn't he?
He does. I mean, that's been kind of like really kind of a trait of those M1 chassis that from, you know, Scott Legacy Racing, is they have great drive off. You know, they always have. So we're seeing that. We're seeing Barry make good use of that as well. We have Sam Corey here.
Right there.
Yep.
In the black number 70.
Couple of teenagers going at it.
John gets a little bit wider. Does that help out Sam? Oh boy, you got right there going. That's a smart move by Sam, knowing that if he stuck that nose up in there, it could have gone really bad for both of them.
Oh, look at Adrian on the outside of Barry Bowes, up the S's and clears him. What a drive, Adrian Vlastowski.
And Sam Corey making a move on the inside, headed into the bus stop.
And
he got it done.
Good job. What great racing.
Corey is now up to 7th with 6.5 minutes to go.
Great racing. You see the gap that Adrian's pulling already on this, and on Barry Bowes there, as Barry's going to be under attack here by Julian DaCosta here real soon. And then that's going to bring that battle. That'll slow them up and bring Sam right into the battle of that right there. So maybe Sam will be able to rebound, but like I said, I doubt Barry Bowes wants to see that black Stilo Toyota Camry in his mirror after what just happened. I don't feel Sam is that racer. You know, open wheel racers tend to forget that they have fenders and race like they got clean. You know, like they need to stay clean, which I respect in a huge way. But anyway, that'll be working on Barry's mind. Is this guy going to pay me back, or what do I got coming? But
that's not a giant fly on your screen, by the way. That's our drone.
That's good because I'm sure there's maybe some pets at home swatting at that thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here comes Tristan McKee across the line.
Class of the field, Tristan McKee, and really, I mean, you go ahead and put Tyler Casera in that mix as well, because both of these two, no one's running anywhere near the lap times that they're running this late in the race, and they're just kind of taking off from the rest of the field. What a great run by Carson Brown, and then Adrian Vlastowski there, finishing or looking in fourth place right now, and he's hating that gap has that far stretched to Carson Brown, because I think the pace that Adrian has right now is one of the stronger out there on the course, and he definitely has some pace on Carson Brown. So it'll be interesting to see if he can close that gap at all and make that a race for the podium right here at the end. And those might remember that Adrian got his first podium at Laguna this year. Unfortunately, with the contact that he had made with Brent Cruz, a post-race penalty had removed him from that. But on track, that was a pure podium that he got there. With that being taken away. However, today, with a clean race, and if he can get up to Carson Brown, could have his first true podium right here. He's had a great clean day, and a great day for that CMI group, Ford Mustang, and the Fast group over there. Because as you look down the list here, they also have Doug Winston in the Pro-Am, and he's sitting fourth in Pro-Am. So this would be two top 5 finishes for that camp in their respective classes in the national. But I'm continuing to watch Adrian close this gap on Carson Brown.
What a day for the Scott Legacy Racing team. They might have 2 cars up on the podium here today with McKee and Carson Brown as well. And just hearing from our old friend Scott Legacy Sr., this is their 10th TA2, and they've been all in and devoted to the series in every way, developing young drivers, helping the series with the rules to help keep cost control, benefit for the competitors, even helping to provide the series to have live TV several years back. So Scott Legacy Racing, from Scott Sr. to Junior, who's all in charge of it now, has been a big part of getting this Cube 3 Architecture TA2 Series off the ground and as successful as it is.
Oh, big time. And Scott was behind the wheel for quite some time of these Cube 3 Architecture TA2 cars, and took a really vicious crash at Virginia International Raceway. And I don't believe that's what got him out of the seat. Honestly, what's got him out of the seat is he's finding joy in bringing up these young talented kids. And you see it in his face when you have this conversation, especially when you bring up this Tristan McKee. His face lights up like it used to with Connor Mosack when he was working with Connor Mosack and developing him and his abilities. So yeah, he's been great for the sport. The Lagers have truly been great for our sport.
White flag is out, working that final trip down through the boot. Tristan McKee having led every lap here today. How many laps are we on now?
I believe this was we got 1 lap to go, so I think it was a 30-lap race, wasn't it?
30 is what it's going to be.
I thought it was 25 or 30-lap race.
All right, well, let's go with your 30 just because it sounds good. So that's 42 laps at Mid-Ohio, 22 laps at Road America, and 30 here. That's 94 laps. Oh,
can't catch a break with his teammate there, Julian, on the outside of him. Julian gives him a door and moves him off track. I mean,
he has had an up-and-down day, hasn't he? Here he comes for the win here at Watkins Glen. The Cube 3 Architecture TA2 Series presented by Pirelli at the Glen goes to Tristan McKee, his second win of the 2025 championship season, and he will sweep the day with the pole and now the win. And Barry Bose will come across the line as the winner in the Pro-Am category and 5th overall. Casera gets second. Brown gets third the day before his 17th birthday. And Adrian Vostovsky with another fine run in 4th. And Sam Corey ends up 9th.
And Adrian, just so everyone knows, Adrian had closed 4 seconds of that gap up as Sam Corey just crosses the line and brings his day to an end. Like, calls no joy. I mean, poor kid has been hung around like nobody else today. But this young man, Tristan McKee, with his hand out the window, you've earned every bit of that on this hot Saturday here at Watkins Glen International. Great job in the Gainbridge, HendrickCars.com, Chevrolet Camaro for SLR. Great job. Tyler Casera, can't say enough about him in the Concord American flagpole. Number 10 Toyota Camry for Nitro Motorsports, bringing that one home in a podium spot. I was so hoping that he was going to get the chance in one of these cars for this weekend, because this is, like I said, this is his track. Like whenever you think of Tyler Cassera, you think of Watkins Glen International for sure. And like you said, Carson Brown rounding out that podium. Great job, young man.
Sam Corey started 7th, got up to the top 5, went all the way down to 21st, battled all the way back up to the top 5, ends up 9th.
In 9th. And honestly, and I think some of that may come back to him. Again, like I said, there was a couple drivers that put that in Tim Richter's hands.
Yeah.
Tim Richter has shown consistency with those calls, with avoidable contact. So we'll see what happens post-race with this one.
But that's not how you want to get it, right?
That's
you don't
not
want
how
to
you
be
want
handed
it.
to. You
No.
want to come across
No.
the line
Absolutely.
having earned the position.
Absolutely, but I mean, Sam can sit there and even if it's like a gift to him at the end with that, it's not really a gift, right? Because he would have had those positions anyway.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's still a punishment because there was people that he was behind that made no contact with. He raced clean, like a Gian Buffamonte was clean racing out there. So Keith Prochek pulling out a P11 overall, and I believe that puts him would have been P3. Rounding out the podium in Pro-Am. So great job, Keith Prochek.
Magic Tudovic started this race in, look here, I want to say 22nd or 23rd, and ends up, he started 23rd, and he ends up 14th. So some of that due to attrition, some of that due to smart racing. And here's our winner pulling into victory lane. Don't need the door anymore.
Yeah, this young man has got a bright future ahead of him. It's only getting started, and we should feel privileged that we get to kind of witness this at this point, witness what he's doing. And
you wonder what we'll be saying about him in the future, right? Will you be calling him a Daytona 500 winner? Will you be calling him an Indianapolis 500 winner, or both? I mean,
I think by the end of this year, we'll be calling him champion.
Yeah, he's
by the way
pushing hard for that.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. I mean, again, wise beyond his years.
Congratulations, Tristan.
You don't realize he's that young of a man until he steps out of the car. The way that he drives and handles himself out there on the racetrack is definitely beyond those years. And Nick Middleton of Q3 Architecture right there.
All right, Eddie, take it away.
Here with Tristan McKee, our race winner, dominated start to finish. Just how do you feel standing here in victory lane?
Yeah, it feels good. We were pretty much the dominant car all weekend, so it feels good to really execute in the race. Overcame a few challenges, a few different cars behind me. There was some oil dry on the track that was kind of slick, so just thanks to all my guys. They brought a really fast car. It was lights out all weekend, so thanks to Alan, Ryan, all the SLR guys, Spire, Gainbridge, Jeff Dickerson, and Josh Wise and Scott Speed for prepping me to get here and be as fast as we were when we unloaded, so thank you.
And SLR have led 94 consecutive laps across 3 races. Just how cool is it to be on such a dominant team like the one you're on?
Yeah, it feels really good. We led all the laps in Ohio with me and then all of them here, so it feels really good. So thank you to them.
All right, thank you so much, Tristan.
Eddie, of those 94 laps, Tristan has led 72.
That's pretty impressive.
Isn't that impressive?
Well, in all fairness, Mike Skeen doesn't get to lead a lot of laps because, that's to get 100 miles in around Road America, you don't have to do a lot of laps. Such a big track. You look at, I think, 25 laps, so 5 less laps here. Mid-Ohio is a lot of laps, like 40 or 45.
Right. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from today. Tristan McKee had a nice defensive line going into turn number 1, and that was pretty much it for him. He just found his rhythm, stayed with it. A couple of full course cautions, but nobody could do anything. Gian Buffamonte gets wide here.
Great save. Great save. No
Really
damage.
good save.
Tyler
Sarah,
Cassera.
man, in that 10, he looked like he was going to be one to deal with today. And Hearn in the 15 there, Nathan Hearn out of Australia. Oil leak for him, unfortunately. About halfway through the day. Problems for the 39 as well of Bob Accardo out of Livermore, California. Problems for Will Robinson, 51. And look at Brown using up all the racetrack here. Bose getting loose just in front of him. In contact between Bose and Corey. Teammates will talk about that. And Brown way out there, but able to get back in time.
This one, right, I just gutted for Sam. This.
Getting together with Julian DaCosta. And in the end, young Tristan McKee, 14 years of age, takes his second win. Let's go down to the podium. Here's Eddie.
And to kick it off, he was top 5 in Sonoma. He's on the podium here. Number 8, Carson Brown. And standing in second place, driving the number 10 car. Give it up for Tyler Casera. And then our race winner at only 14 years of age, qualified on pole, dominated from start to finish, Tristan McKee.
Huge thank you to the winners here. Congratulations. But I also want to give a warm welcome to my wife that's going to be watching right now. It's my anniversary. Allowing me to come today. So that's a big one for me. But congratulations to Tristan, Tyler, and Carson. Awesome job. And thank you for all the fans that have come out here today. And all the Make-A-Wish kids. I'm not sure they're in the paddock right now. Congratulations to everybody.
Interviews. We're going to start over here with Carson. A great result today for you. How does it feel to stand on the podium?
Yeah, it feels really good to stand on my first podium. In my third race, just a big thank you to Scott Lagacy, the whole group, Pay Cafe, Ebb Logistics, Sunoco Race Fuels, just everybody that helps get me here.
All right, and then heading over to Tyler, P2. How are you feeling just to stand here, second place here at a track like Watkins Glen?
Yeah, it's my home track, my favorite track. I don't get to drive race cars very often, and mostly I'm coaching the Nitro guys. So to be up here and be able to close it out for the team is great. Thanks to my family and everybody that supports me. Nitro Motorsports, got Concord American Flagpole Company on the car for today. And yeah, thanks to everybody, Trans Am and everyone else that helps put this on.
And then only your second start of the season. Just wondering, how does it feel to be able to adapt to getting back in the car so quick and be able to get up to P2 here?
Yeah, I mean, I attribute a lot of it to, like, again, coaching these guys. I watch video all day long when I'm here. So even though I'm not doing the job in the car, I still feel like I'm doing it and trying to feel what they're feeling. So I was able to get in and Road America last week, and it was pretty quick. And I think our qualifying boat times was not indicative of where we should have been. But I do think our finish, you know, I had nothing here for Tristan. He was super fast. So to him, and again, thanks to Nitro Motorsports.
All right, thank you so much, Tyler. And then here to Tristan McKee, our race winner. Tristan, what was the key to just keeping it smooth throughout the course of that entire race, especially having to defend on all those restarts?
Yeah, we just built a little bit of a gap on each restart and just kind of maintained and saved my tires a little bit. You know, I know a lot of people were having tire issues in practice and stuff, so we were all kind of worried about that a little bit. So once I got out to a little bit of a lead, I would just kind of back it down and easy on the brakes, easy on the tires, stuff like that. So it was definitely a really good race. You know, we dominated the whole thing. So thanks to Scott Lagacy Racing, all those guys, Spire, Danebridge, Jeff Dickerson, Josh Wise, and Scott Speed for preparing me to be so fast when we got here and being so comfortable as soon as we unloaded. So thank you to all of them.
And then still sitting on top of the point standings, getting to expand your lead. how much confidence do you now have heading into the back half in these final few rounds of the season?
Yeah, definitely some of these last few races is tracks that I've been to a lot and raced at last year, so I'm feeling really good. We have 2 new tracks, Canada and Barber, but other than that, I have VI iron-coated down, so I'm looking forward to it.
All right, thank you so much, Tristan. Our winner at Watkins Glen, Tristan McKee.
We can just tell. This is the coolest person of the race. We've got $250, $150, and $500 certificates from Coolbox. All right, we'll switch this down. That would be great. All right, good. All right, one more. Okay. All right, dividing down the tokens here real quick.
I just got an unfair.
Give one more hand for our national podium finishers. And next up, we will celebrate our podium for the Pro-Am class. Some fantastic drivers here. And kicking off our podium celebration, finishing in third place in Pro-Am, number 9, Keith Prochak. In second place in Pro 61, Roberto Sabato. And he was your Pro-Am winner at Road America, and he is your Pro-Am winner here again at Watkins Glen, Barry Bose. And over here with Keith, P3 in the Pro-Am class. How was it out there?
It was pretty good. Just had a little bit of early contact, but overall pretty clean race, and great job, Barry. Basically, class of the field today.
Thank you so much, Keith. Now heading over, Roberto Sabato in second place in Pro-Am. You have a big smile on your face standing up here.
It's a good day. You know, I have to thank my team, and they did an incredible job. Very awesome job, and thank you, Trans Am and Q3. It's been a long time coming. Really love it. Thank you.
And your Pro-Am winner, Barry Bose. How does it feel to take yet another win here in Pro-Am?
You know, it's absolutely incredible. I can't say enough about my team. First time through the carousel, right? My teammate, 14 years old, was 15 mile an hour faster than me, showed me what I needed to do, right? And I was really able to up my game because of those guys. Super appreciate them. With a multi-class racing out here, unfortunately, about 5 laps for the end, most of the race was very clean. About 5 laps for the end, Sam Corey made an amazing move, got under me in turn 5, We got into each other in 6, and he ended up going off track. I feel horrible about that. I just wanted to tuck in behind him and run. We're not even in the same class, but it feels fantastic. Yeah, absolutely. Not everyone realizes, but we have 3 drops. And so when you look at the point standings, you also have to take the drops into account. And right up until now, they're saying that I'm the points leader, but Keith may still be and has been the actual points leader after drops because he's got the most. He's got the most first place. Maybe now. So we are neck and neck going into this thing, and it's going to be interesting. Audric is right there too, so it's going to be an interesting end of the season.
All right, thank you so much, Barry. Congratulations to all 3 of you guys. Give a hand for our Pro-Am Podium. And let's get loud for our TA2 Pro-Am Podium. Throwing some souvenirs into the crowd. A fantastic afternoon out here for racing at Watkins Glen.
All right, stage 3, so you can have for the photo. All right, we got the
We have one more honor to give out here. A watch from our partners at Legato for the fastest lap of the race, and it goes to Tristan McKee. Congratulations, Tristan. Let's give one more hand for our TA2 podium finishers.
All right, wrapping up all the podium activities. Thank you, Eddie. We've got a little bit more coming your way here from Watkins Glen as our live coverage continues. They've got to clean up the podium area now, dry it all up from all the champagne being sprayed around. And don't forget, coming up a little bit later today, right here on Speed Sport 1, we're going to be taking you live to Toronto Raceway in Hebron, Ohio for the IHRA Outlaw Nitro Series Top Fuel Final. So stay right here on Speed Sport 1, and then back here tomorrow at the Glen for the Trans Am Series presented by Pirelli. All of that great action from here at the Glen tomorrow at the Trans Am Series presented by Pirelli will kick off live on Speed Sport 1 at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So put that on your calendar, and we'll see you then. Enjoy the drag racing tonight. Join us back here again for Trans Am tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Eastern. For Eddie Fuhrer and Adam Andretti, I'm Ralph Sheheen. Congratulations, Tristan McKee, on win number 2. So long for now from the Glen.
When you run out of luck, need to get unstuck, so call. When you're up against the wall and you cannot fall, so call.